Look around you. Everyone is running, chasing, trading hours for coins, coins for things, things for status, status for what? A moment of peace that never comes? They call it the rat race, the grind, the hustle. But here's the truth they never tell you. You are not losing the money game. You are playing it by rules designed for you to lose. The game was rigged before you were born. Rigged by people who understood something you don't. Money is not mathematics. Money is psychology. And psychology can be hacked. This is not a video about budgeting. This is not a video about saving pennies or cutting coffee. This is a video about rewiring the operating system that has been running in your head since childhood. The wealthy did not get wealthy by working harder. They got wealthy by playing a different game. And today, you are going to learn how to join them. If this is the kind of thinking that actually changes things, hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications. We release a new breakdown every week. And if this first minute already changed something, drop a like so others can find it too. Let's go back to the beginning. When you were born, you were handed a script. It came from your parents, your teachers, your culture. The script said, go to school, get good grades, get a safe job, work hard, save money, retire at 65. Then, finally, live. This script is not neutral. It was written by people who needed workers, not thinkers. Consumers, not creators. People who would trade their lives for comfort, not question why comfort always seemed just out of reach. The psychologist Carl Jung called this the collective unconscious, a set of shared stories we inherit without choosing them. The economist calls it the default path. I call it the trap. And here is how the trap works. They designed a game where you trade your most valuable asset, time, for a currency that constantly loses value. You work 40 hours a week. You get paid in dollars that inflate. You save in accounts that pay zero. You borrow at interest rates that enrich banks. And you call this normal. Normal is not normal. Normal is engineer. There are two operating systems for money. Only two. Scarcity and abundance. Scarcity says, there is not enough. Hoard what you have. Fear loss. Trust no one. Abundance says, there is always more. Create value. Welcome gain. Trust the flow. 95% of people live in scarcity. They check their bank account with anxiety. They compare. They compete. They clutch. And here's the cruel joke. Scarcity repels money. Money is energy. It flows toward openness and flees from clenched fists. The Stoic philosopher Seneca understood this. He wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor." Craving more comes from scarcity. And scarcity makes you poor, even if you have millions. The wealthy think differently. They operate from abundance. They ask, not how do I get, but how do I create? Not how do I keep, but how do I grow? This is not positive thinking. This is psychological architecture. Rigging the game means playing at a level others don't even know exists. There are 3 levels. Most people never leave level 1. Level 1 is where most people live forever. You trade an hour of your life for a fixed number of dollars. If you stop trading, you stop eating. There is no leverage, no growth, no escape. This level is designed to keep you tired. Tired people don't think. Tired people just consume. The game at level 1 is work, spend, debt, repeat. It is not a life. It is a maintenance cycle. Level 2 is where you stop selling time and start selling value. You create something once, a skill, a product, a service, and you sell it many times. Your time is no longer the limiting factor. Your value is? A writer writes a book once. It sells for years. A coder builds software once. It serves millions. A teacher records a course once. It teaches forever. Level 2 says, what can I create that outlives the moment I create it? This is the first step out of the trap. Level 3 is where the game is truly rigged in your favor. Here, you have built systems that generate value without your direct involvement. Money works while you sleep. Assets grow while you think. Your portfolio is a field you planted years ago, now harvesting itself. This is not about getting rich quick. This is about building slowly, then suddenly. The wealthy understand compounding, not just of money, but of knowledge, relationships, and reputation. Every book you read, every skill you build, every person you genuinely help, these are seeds planted in level 3 soil. They grow while you're not looking. Here is the shift. It is simple. It is not easy. But it is everything. Stop asking, how do I get money? Start asking, how do I create value? Money is not a thing you acquire. Money is a receipt for value delivered. When you deliver value to one person, you get a receipt. When you deliver value to 1,000, you get 1,000 receipts. When you build a system that delivers value to 1,000,000, you get 1,000,000 receipts. Every day, without trading more time. The game rigs itself when you stop chasing receipts and start building value engines. You have been playing a rigged game your whole life. But here is the secret the riggers don't want you to know. You can rig it back. Not by cheating, not by stealing, not by grinding yourself to dust. By understanding the psychology underneath the math. By shifting from scarcity to abundance. By moving from level 1 to level 3. By asking not, how do I get paid? But, what can I create that serves? The game was rigged against you, but the rules are not fixed. They never were. The wealthy didn't get wealthy by playing harder. They got wealthy by playing different. And now you know the difference. The door is open. What will you build on the other side? If this video changed how you see money, hit like right now. It tells the algorithm that this kind of thinking matters. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're building a community of people who refuse to play the default game, people who want to understand how the world really works so they can live on their own terms. And comment below, what level are you currently playing at? Level 1, 2, or 3? Be honest. Naming where you are is the first step to leaving. The game is rigged. But from now on, you're rigging it back. I'll see you in the next one.